The first yellow for playing in a reckless manner. And then Jiggy, next minute, he come again with a second tackle. Now second yellow card, and then he goes out. So correct this thing by our referee team this weekend. This weekend, so correct this thing by our referees all around for this weekend. Who wanted to referee?
Very quickly, it's important that we know this. Firstly, let the boys sing. There was a minute to go. Let the boys sing. What song were they singing?
No, it's a designated seated area, so
what song
they can sing. The
problem is they didn't know the song.
Okay.
They didn't invite him in. That's the problem, mate. I appreciate it. Let's move on now to the Betway Premiership. Mazola said now stood atop the Betway Premiership after scoring 3 goals and gathering 3 points to see them sit at the top. It was Mazola said now, of course, that didn't start the season as what most know them to be. Temba's one getting his comeback, but it's the Taku that gets the first goal.
Yeah, certainly.
A rare first start too.
Again, he started back-to-back games now, which is good for the young man, and hope he just kicks on. I think this goal will give him a lot of confidence. I think is one of the prized possessions of our country's football at the moment.
You know, when I see Tapelo Morena, it reminds me of Dion Hoto, your Peter Shalulile, consistent performance. And, you know, I always believe that such players, football has got a way of rewarding them, you know, in a sense of the way they put in the game. Even when you look at here, the midfielders here, Batuzi Obasi, he played one of his best games in this match. The way he rotated the ball, the way he was using the ball, he didn't lose the ball. Look at this pass, man. This difficult pass. Of course, the experience of Tapelo Morena to put it on the platter for one of the deadliest striker in the league, in Ikram Reiners.
This is what Sundowns do exceptionally well because, you know, Tapelo's coming on the blind side of every defender because the ball's on the opposite flank and he just shows up out of nowhere. And that's why the defense is caught unawares. But absolutely sensational work there from Tapelo Morena, and easy goal for Ikram Reiners. And this is even easier. This should not be allowed in the PSL. A goal of that nature should not be allowed.
No, that's poor defending from Magezi team, particularly the team that has been so stubborn in terms of defending in the last season. If you remember very well, you couldn't get such. But for them to allow Ikram Reiners to get the free header there, that's suicidal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the young man, 19 years old, and we know what he's capable of. He's shown himself in the league. You know, I remember last season when he scored 2 against Polokwane City in a 2-0 win. I think there's great things ahead for him. I'm looking forward to him, especially now with the World Cup, Under-20 World Cup upon us. So Sundowns will probably be losing him for a month or so. Hopefully it's a month and a bit, depending on how well they do. But I think he's a fantastic player and a great prospect for the future.
You speak of the World Cup, and there's one thing that Mamelodi Sundowns shares with the entire country, and that's players that the national team needs. And one of those is Temba Zwane. You know, Temba is one of those players that's loved by everyone, regardless of who you support. It was great to see him come back, lead the team. The boys always say, when Temba's on the field, we're confident as well. He came on, Tlampo, and soon, after having come on from Masego, he was off with Masego.
This broke my heart to see Temba Zwane crying of going out of the pitch just because of the injury. You can tell the disappointment in his face. You can tell that he really wants to play football, man. He's just one of the players that you will pay your last cent. As Kamabilas used to say, he's the only one player in South Africa you will pay. You see him going off the field with injuries, that will break your heart. And I always believe that he's got so much to give, not only to Sundowns, but to our Bafana team. Because like you said, the players, they trust him with the ball. They trust him in spaces. And I'm sure you will want to see him recover quickly because we need him soon as in the Bafana team.
Look at that. He missed 3 games in 23-24, played 41. But in 24-25, he missed 38 matches, playing only 12. And now we're talking about another injury.
Yeah, again, it's heartbreaking. And we know, you know, the older you get, the harder it becomes to recover from injuries. And at 36, it is going to be a challenge, but he's a consummate professional. And I don't, you know, a lot of people are like, is this the end? I don't think it is the end.
Surely that's premature talk.
Exactly. I don't think it's the end. I know, you know, just knowing him and who he is and what he embodies, even in the game, what he represents, he's going to work hard and he's going to come back from this. And I have no doubts that we'll still see, you know, more of Themba Zwane. And he's got a few more good years left in him. And so I look forward to seeing him back on the field. He will be missed for however long he may be out, but I have no doubt that he'll be back.
The South African League is not great at saying goodbye to their heroes and ushering them out the way they're supposed to. It would be lovely to see Themba go to AFCON and go to the World Cup and bow out after that.
Especially with the amount of success he has accomplished over these years. You'd want him to say goodbye in a proper way.